Hello, and welcome to a new series that I'm going to be trying out. We're going to do a sort of Warcraft weekly thing here, go through what happened in the previous week, and look at vaults that we have, and we're going to look at into the next week as well. So, since it's season 4, we have a different raid each week, at least for the start of it. So, we're going to look at those, and we're going to see how Mythic Plus is going, what affix we have, etc., and any other sort of large topics to cover. So let's head over to the vault right now, and I'll give a recap of last week. So for last week, we had the Vault of the Incarnates. Our guild managed to get up to Broodkeeper on heroic difficulty. We have a fair amount of people trying out new classes for the more for fun season of season 4 that we have going here. So we had some lower eye level. So getting close, sort of close to AOTC is not bad considering that. For Mythic Plus, I didn't think any of the dungeons were too bad last week. I believe we had Storming and Raging. We were able to push up into the 8s and 9s, even with my scuffed Mistweaver Monk here. And I think I started last week in like 475 range, thereabout. As you can see, I have some pretty low slots, like this C-Star here, that I still need to get replaced. So we will be looking for that sort of thing. Another thing this week is the Boolean system. We will be getting our second Boolean this week, which are these orange guys. And we can buy any raid item with those this week. Should also be very easy to get your Mythic Dungeon score up to 2k if you aren't raiding or if your guild can't get AOTC. Hypothetically, we are going to be trying to get both this week. And I think that was just about all for last week. We did start with a Catalyst charge. I believe we're getting one this week as well. I'm not too sure about that. So hopefully we can start filling out tier set. I'm currently running 2 set from last season. It is the same set, but I still have lower eye level, and I replaced 2 of them with higher eye level pieces because my set was so low. It was actually better for me to get rid of my 4 set. Onto the vault. Let's see what we get here. Okay. We have a myth track weapon here. The large mastery is not ideal, but still, myth track weapon is very good. That's probably what I'm going to end up choosing here. Let's look at the other stuff though. Got myth track boots. Kind of, whatever compared to a weapon at this point. And we have hero track cape. From raid, we got, looks like 2 hero track tier pieces. Unfortunately, I don't really have enough tier at the moment, probably to make this a better choice than a weapon. And we have a regular hero track helmet. So yeah, I think we're going to go with the myth track weapon here. It's just such a, almost 1500 intellect, and 1800 stamina from my previously crafted from last season weapon. So that is a massive, massive increase all around. And that will be the option. Having a weapon in the vault means I can spend my Boolean on some trinkets that might be hard to get or that are very important. At the moment, I am looking into getting this Neltharion is called Dominance. It seems to be the top choice for, or one of the top choices for both Mythic Plus and rating for Mistweaver at the moment, and it is also a very rare trinket. I suggest you try and hunt down the very rare trinkets or very rare items, such as the rings from Vault of the Incarnates. If you did not get this in the first week, if you weren't lucky enough to do so, maybe think about using your Boolean on something like that, depending on your class. Yeah, any of these very rare items. Maybe not the cape that trolls your team. Maybe hold off on that a little bit, but those are always good options. And since we're in raid, as you can see, this week we have Aberrus is the Awakened raid. So that is the Sarkareth raid, and should be a pretty good one. I remember this fairly fondly, even though I did not heal this raid, so that'll be interesting for me. Learning how to heal this raid. I don't think I did before. I might have done a tiny bit at the end of the season. That is Vault and Raid. This week for Mythic Plus, we have Entangling and Bolstering. It is a fortified week. So, Entangling, pretty okay affix. Usually doesn't mess you up too bad. Probably some fights where it might have some annoying timing and interaction. Bolstering, gonna want to be careful where there's like any large packs. Let's see. See Uldaman having issues with that. Ruby Life Pools maybe. No Cood. Dragonhide. Yeah, anywhere you do massive pulls. Notherish, you do some large pulls, but some of them you can split up pretty easily. So don't expect massive pulls this week probably from your tanks. It's a very scary week for them. So, since we only have one vault for the time being, I think that is all. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week.